Okay, here's your video for the Geometry SLO Review Worksheet number 14, Transformations in the Coordinate Plane. This is problem number 8 for you guys, okay? So our directions say graph the image of the figure using the transformation given. Okay, no problem. Here's what we have to do. Every time we're going to do a transformation, we actually have to graph the original image. I've got to graph these 3 points first before I even pay attention to what I'm supposed to be translating. So I'm going to graph them. I'm going to label them. Please label your points, guys. We need to know what you're doing. So D is at 0, 0. So there's my D right there. Q is at 3, 4. So again, I'm starting from my origin and I'm counting over 1, 2, 3 and up to 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Okay, so there's my Q at 3, 4, 3, 4, just double checking. And then my point P is at 3, negative 1. So if I'm looking here, again, I'm going to the right 3 and down 1. There is point P. I'm going to connect the dots. This happens to make a triangle for me. Okay, and then what I need to look at is this problem is simply telling me that I'm going to translate 2, negative 4, which simply means that every point that I'm going to do, or that I already have, I'm going to take and I'm going to move it 2 to the right, okay, because it's a positive 2 and my first number represents my x, and negative 4, so down 4. Okay, so 2 to the right and down 4, and it's really straightforward. All you got to do is a little bit of simple counting. So if I want to translate my triangle, I'm just going to translate each point individually. I'm going to start with point D, and my pencil is poised right above point D, and all I'm going to do is count from point D. I'm going to count 2 to the right and down 4. So to the right 2 and then down 4. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there will be D prime, right? We've got to make sure that we mark it as D prime. I go and do the same thing with the other 2 points, Q and P. So I go up and my pencil is hovering over point Q. I'm going to count 2 to the right and 4 down. So right 2 and down 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here is where Q prime will be. And then the same thing for point P. To the right 2, 1, 2, and then down 4. So right 2 and then down 1, 2, 3, 4. There is point P prime. Okay, and yes, you do need to connect the dots. So in this problem, not only do I have to have the original triangle with the original points, which is in blue, but then I also have to have the new triangle with the new points. Notice how they are prime, D prime, Q prime, P prime, and I've got to make sure that I'm graphing it all very simply. And it's just counting, but you just got to make sure that you're counting properly. Okay?